Hi, Nicole. This is Rod Risley. How are you today?
I'm excellent. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for aspiring to serve in this position of leadership. We sincerely appreciate your stepping forward.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Oh, sure. I'd like to ask you a few questions from your candidate application that you have here, particularly as they pertain to your responses to leadership questions. You were working, I believe, in the Emergency Medical Services, Explorer Post 247. And you wrote in here, despite age or prejudices or preconceived notions, every human being is entitled to respect.
Right.
I learned a lot about how to look at a difficult person and value them for who they are. What taught you that?
Well, it's really interesting because the Explorer Post, or Explorer Posts in general, they're kind of similar to Boy Scouts. They're a branch off of Learning for Life, except Explorer Posts are co-ed and they are occupationally focused. And so I was in that Emergency Medical Services Explorer Post for about 2 years, and so it's a group of high school students. 14 to 21 is the age range that's available to participate, but serving in a leadership role in an organization like that, having to lead these other teenage students, and primarily was very challenging, just like with their attitudes and their senses of humor. And so in my response on there, I put difficult in quotations because in a lot of people's opinions, a student or a young teenager who seems to be difficult also does have a lot to offer. And so being able to look at them and recognize the challenges to the situation, but also still bring out the best in them and allow them to participate in the group as it's designed to let them.
I'm just curious as to what brought a sensitivity to you to understand that importance of empathy. Did you have some sort of experience in your own life that led you to appreciate that?
I definitely did. Actually, I have a crazy story about my history with education. I was homeschooled for years across the board. I went to private schools and I also attended public schools. And within all of that, when I was in elementary school, I went to a Christian academy up in Seattle, Washington. And I started out in first grade, but then the next year I went into third grade. And so I skipped a grade, and it was this socially traumatic experience for me as a child, just because, no one in the younger grade was still my friend, and I was the baby to this new grade. And that was really the beginning of that I can pinpoint my social struggle and feeling like an outsider and unappreciated, that kind of like, you don't belong here. And that definitely gives me empathy to see anybody that's being excluded from a group and to make sure that they know that they belong there,
Well, it's a wonderful attribute to have at such a young age that you've developed. It really is. It's going to serve you well. All right, you ready for the lightning round?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's have some fun. All right? Fiction or nonfiction?
Fiction.
Nerd or geek?
Geek.
Franklin or Edison?
Franklin.
Letter or email?
Email.
Stephen Hawking or Einstein?
Einstein.
Sweet or savory?
Savory.
Dog or cat?
Cat.
Harry Potter or Lord of the Rings?
Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings. Well, good for you. Let's see, I think I have one more question for you. We just have a short amount of time, so it has to be a quick response, all right? Okay. You state in here, knowing how to lead is one thing, but knowing how to function as a team leader can be entirely different. What do you mean by that?
Right. So in social dynamics, a lot of times it'll be easy to pinpoint, a following personality. Like more introverted people, they are not very eager to step up and take leadership positions. And I wrote that in one of my answers because I was talking about how working on the Honors in Action project, and you're working with other students in Phi Theta Kappa, they are leaders a lot of the time. And so we have different leadership styles, and you have to learn how to take ownership of what you can do, the leader that you might feel you personally are, but also respect and acknowledge and allow other people to bring in their leadership styles with whatever project you're working on. And yeah, does that answer your question?
It certainly does. Well, again, that's quite insightful. We congratulate you on that.
Thank you.
Thank you once again, and we wish you the best of luck in San Antonio. Look forward to seeing you there.
Yes, thank you for your time.
Thank you very much.